How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a new video. This is going to be a little bit of a different video this time around. It's kind of similar to the tin video that we did before, where we're looking at an upcoming release and we're seeing how it's going to affect the Time Wizard formats. So far, tonight I'm recording this video as of Thursday, October 24th. We're about 2 weeks from the release to the Quarter Century Bonanza, I think is what it's called. And we've got an idea of some of the releases that Konami is going to give us for the special like 200 card set where they can be platinum rares or QCRs. So I'd like to go through that list and just give you my thoughts on what's out here so far. I'd probably say expect another video around the Thursday, Friday mark of next week before the set drops. So that way we can really see what's going on. So I have this organized right now because it looks a little weird and it looks a little disorganized, but I promise there is organization in the chaos. What I have this organized by from top to bottom is outside of the extra deck, of course, is by format, chronologically speaking. So starting up at the top, we're kind of working with the older formats, older Time Wizard formats, and then we're working our way down to basically modern format. Because there's a little bit from modern too, it looks like. But anyways, what the formats that we're really going to tack onto in this video is goat format, Edison format, Tengu plant format, and hat format. We're going to really tackle onto those formats where hat really doesn't have a whole lot to see here, at least not yet. But starting with goat format, I think it has the most to offer here next to Edison. Konami really showing that maybe, you know, these two formats are really the most prominent. I'm kind of hoping we see a little bit more for hat format because I've been so enthusiastic about playing that format now. But anyways, starting with goat format, we have Mechanical Chaser as the only vanilla monster just all together so far, which I think is a really good reprint. Not because it's like hard to find or anything, it's just if you want a shiny version of Mechanical Chaser, there's really not a lot of cheap options. There's really not a lot, if any, cheap options. So I think that this is a really good, I think this is actually a really good reprint. I'm actually probably going to pick up a set of these, and by that I probably am not going to get QCRs. I'm probably just going to get platinum secrets here. I'm not a big fan of the QCR rarity, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Moving on to the effect monsters, where there is a lot here. Substitute's not supposed to be over here though, he's supposed to be there. We got Goblin Attack Force and DD Assailant, and I'm gonna throw Injection Fairy Lily in that same category because normally you play a lot of these in Earth Beatdown, which I think this is a really cool set of reprints. Goblin Attack Force has a lot of shiny reprints or a lot of shiny prints, so this is cool. Like it's all right, but like DD Warrior Lady and especially Injection Fairy Lily, these are cool. These are really cool prints. I'm probably gonna pick up a set of platinum secrets of this. Probably gonna pick up at least a couple of these for goat format. One for goat, maybe a couple for goat, one for Edison. We'll see. I might even just pick up a Dark Beginning 2 Ultra or just a normal secret, but coming out in here, dubs in my opinion, big W's. Sangan coming out is interesting. Like it's cool, but at the same time, like I love my Retro Pack 2 Super that has the original wording. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of gonna be in the same category as Treeborn Frog and Goyo Guardian, which I can just kind of get those out of the way. Again, with the new erratas on them. Yeah. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? What's he doing? You know, what are we doing here? So for those L's, like they're cool, but they're L's. Treeborn Frog QCR would be cool if it was the original wording. I'm gonna move on from that though. Same with Goyo Guardian and Sangan, but I'm gonna move on from that. Cyberstein, Morphing Jar, Magician of Faith, all really good. I think these are all really good, even though Cyberstein is banned in modern format right now. I think these are all really good hits. Morphing Jar is just a straight up expensive card in general. I think rares are like $4 to $5 right now. So this is a really good, considering that, and then you just have a bunch of shiny rarities that are around the same price, or if not obviously higher. especially like the tournament pack ones. This is a really good card to get in this set. I'm actually going to pick up a few of these. I'm going to pick up a few morphing jars. Cyberstein is one of my favorite cards altogether in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm probably going to pick up a set of these. I'm probably going to pick up a set both as Platinum Secrets and as QCRs to have for collection. But definitely cool. I'm a huge fan though of the rare, just the original Dark Beginning 2 rare. Huge fan of the rare, and I plan on picking some of those up too. Magician of Faith also a good hit. Just another outlet to get it. It's not like the biggest, like Magician of Faith isn't like the biggest W, but like because you can get in the retro pack 1 as a rare, you can get it in the MRG 25th as a rare with this. It's got the same text except for like the grave, like it says GY instead of graveyard. But yeah, overall I think that's all right. I think it's an all right hit still. It's just another outlet, like I said, to get Magician of Faith. Magic Cylinder, Mirror Force. Magic Cylinder I think is a really cool choice because I think the last like shiny printing I got was maybe a super rare. And yeah, it shouldn't be a super. I have a secret one from LON that's chilling in my goat stuff, and I will probably pick up one of these for Edison as well. Cool. I think it's cool. I think this is a really cool reprint. Same with Mirror Force too. Shinier Mirror Forces I think are becoming a little bit more expensive since, you know, these older formats are becoming more popular. And this is really cool to see. So I'm happy for Mirror Force being in here too. I probably won't pick up any Mirror Forces though. I plan on picking up Ultras that are not the MRD ones or the GB2 ones, but the ones like before the first edition moved, and then the trap circle or the trap spot in the top right corner was starting to be hollow. I might pick up some of those, but probably not going to pick up any Platinum Secrets or QCRs of this. That's about it so far. Right now for like GOAT format specifically, or those older formats specifically, where Stein was released. So we're looking at up to about GOAT format into Stein Monarch format. Very, very good set of reprints thus far. I cannot complain. The majority, I think, though, it goes to Edison and Tengu format, from Tragodia all the way down to Starlight Road, and then we have Colossophyll Darkin and Goyo. So I mean, I don't even know where to start here. I think we'll start up at the top and then we'll work our way down. So Tragodia Goras, both very iconic in most Edison decks right now, both very good reprints. Tragodia is only available for a holo. It's only available as an ultra through the magazine that was released at the time the magazine was released. And then the only other holo Tragodia you can get is an ultimate rare Tragodia from one of the turbo packs, I believe. And that's like over $100. Having a Tragodia here that's can be a Platinum Secret and a QCR, very, very cool. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up any myself. I don't have any plans on picking up any. I didn't have any plans on picking up any more Tragodias except for like common ones. But maybe I'll pick up like one or two just to have like in the trade binder or something. Goras is cool too. I plan on getting like one more Ultra, I think. I plan on getting an Ultra one, like one of the more nicer Ultra ones, for my Vayu Turbo deck. Maybe I'll pick up a Platinum Secret or two. I don't think it hurts to have the Goras. Again, it might be just good trade bait to have, so I might pick up one or two of these. Stratos is super cool. One of my close friends is a hero enthusiast, and he was so happy to see that Stratos was finally getting its QCR print. He's been always wanting to see it as a QCR print. Not the biggest fan of QCRs, but he really wanted to see Stratos get its mark, and he was very happy to see that it got it. I am as well. I think Stratos is a very iconic card and has been an iconic card since its release and has never really stopped. Even when it was banned, even for the time that it was banned, it was iconic. I remember it coming off the ban list and how much people reacted to that, and it was classic. It was an absolute classic, but it was a menace ever since it came out, and now that it's back, and I think it's at 3 as well in Modern, Again, it's just showing why it's one of the best elemental heroes. Very glad that it's coming out. I might pick up a QCR. I might, but I think for the most part, I plan on getting, like, I want at least an original Ultra for my collection. I might pick up a Platinum Secret or two, but I think for the most part, for this card, where I look at picking it up is probably, I do want to get an ulti. I think one ulti would be sick, but maybe I'd pick up a couple Platinum Secrets of this. Again, same idea, having the trade binder. Card Trooper Dandelion, both very cool reprints as well. Dandelion's all right, and they're both all right. They both have plenty of like shiny like reprints or like hollow reprints. So like if you wanted to go get one, like even like the original Ultra from the Duelist pack, it's more expensive than it used to be, but it's not like the olden days of Troop Troop Scoop, where they were like 60 bucks a piece. I do find it cool though that you can get your card troopers in QCR and you can get your machine duplications now in QCR, though. Not to bring up machine duplication so late, or so early, because I didn't get to the spells yet, but considering that they're both QCR now, pretty cool. I like that. Again, Dandelion, cool as well. It's really cool that like you can see, like, again, in the modern world, like Dandelion, Cyberstein, they're banned cards. They're banned cards, which means that there are chances that there are banned cards in here that can really help out. Like, I really want to see Amaryllis in here, for example. So hopefully we get to see that. Talked a little bit about Treeborn Frog already. Kind of a mediocre print, because I want my original wording. Just makes me want those rares, those commons, and a DR4 Ultra, or even an ulti even more. Substitute is another reprint for Substitute. It's okay. This is okay to me. You know, for the frog enthusiast who wants to play Frog Monarch or Hero Frogs or Dream Frogs, you know, this is cool. I think this is cool if you like QCR. You can have your QCR substitutes. If you're okay with the errata Treeborn Frog, you can have your QCR Treeborn Frogs. Like, I think that's cool. I think the price of Substitute right now, though, is absolutely fine where it's at right now. If this tanks the rares even more, okay, cool. I think that's fine. I would really love to see Swap Frog here. I think Swap Frog would be great as a Platinum Secret or as a QCR. Nah, probably not Dupe Frog. Maybe Dupe Frog. I mean, it's a common and it's a super. That's it. So maybe Dupe Frog here as well. But other than that, I think that's fine. Ancient City, Rainbow Ruins, and Destiny Draw. Destiny Draw is kind of lame to me because it's only at 1 and it doesn't really get played in Edison. Rainbow Ruins is cool because we got Carbuncle right now as a QCR, so in that retrospect it's cool. So now you can have your Carbuncles and you can have your Ancient City, Rainbow Ruins both in QCRs, but in the grand scheme of things right now and how this stuff plays out, okay, you know, it's cool. Both of them are just like but I do love both of the archetypes. I love Destiny Heroes are one of my favorite archetypes ever in the game, and Destiny Draw being released as a QCR, it's all right. Like, I expect to see Malicious. A lot of people want to see Plasma, which I think is very fair. We got Machine Duplication, another really good card for this. I think it's a super in a couple different things. I know there's the ultimate in Rise of Destiny, and then there's just a bunch of rares for Machine Duplication. I think there's like 3 different printings of rares: Rise of Destiny, Amazing Defenders, and I think the Maximum Gold also all came out as rare. So being available as a Platinum Secret in a QCR is all right. It's all right. Skyscraper 2 Hero City is also like a really, like, I did not expect that card on my bingo list to be on this list, and I'm actually okay with this. I'm actually okay with it. I think it's a really cool card. I had to like reread the card again because I remember Jeff Jones topping with it at a SJC like years ago. Like, we're talking like over 15. We're talking probably like almost 20 years ago. And I actually looked up the price of the ultimate ones because I was like, if I were to get them right now, I'd probably just get ultimates, and they're like 20 bucks. So I was like, maybe it kind of sparked me on like, maybe I want a set. Starlight Road, cool addition. I think it's a cool addition considering that the original like Starlight Road ever printed is a secret. So I think that this is pretty cool that it came out as a secret. Nothing earth-shattering about it though. Nothing earth-shattering about it. It has a lot of printings that are pretty cheap. It got reprinted as a rare because I think it came out in like a duelist pack like after the secret as a rare. And then it's had like a ton of printings after the fact that are not worth more than like a quarter. And then it came out again as a rare in the Tune of Chaos set, I think, and that's as a rare. And that's also not worth a lot. So Platinum rare and Platinum secret and Quarter Century secret rare. All right. It's all right. The rest of the Edison stuff is down in the extra deck in the synchros. We have Colossal Fighter, we have Dark End Dragon, and we have Goyo Guardian. Goyo Guardian, again, like I said before, with Sangan and Treeborn Frog, you know, because of the errata. Not a big fan of it. Colossal Fighter is all right. It was just re-released as a rare in the Valiant Smashers, which I actually have some of the rares and I actually really want to upgrade them from that. I actually do want to upgrade them though to supers. I don't know if I don't think I'd really get a QCR of those or a platinum secret. I actually own QCRs of the Armor Master from last year's tins, from the 2023 tins, and I like them, but not so much that like I want to do that to the rest of my extra deck. Like I want super or like secret or like ultra Stardust Dragons. I want like original Thought Rulers and stuff, and you know, just stuff like that. So I'm kind of the same way with Colossal Fighter. Like unless I'm getting an ulti or I'm getting like the original like starter deck supers, you know, count me out at that point. So I'm probably not going to get any Colossal Fighters. Dark End Dragon, on the other hand, first of all, before I even continue with the rest of the list, and what I'm actually going to say about this card and how good of a reprint it is probably so far on this list, it is probably and arguably the best reprint. I would say it's at least top 3, but in my mind, so far, and in my opinion, it is #1 best reprint. This is like a $15 to $20 card. I got two. How many do I have? I have 2, and I got mine for 9s a piece, 10s a piece, before they went up to like $20 a piece. And I think they dropped back down a little bit already because they were announced, but good. Fantastic. Make this card accessible for the players because it is a integral card for two out of the 3 best decks in Edison at the moment, with being Vayu Turbo and Black Wings. But if you're playing any dark deck, any deck with dark monsters, you're playing Teledad, anything like that, this card's in your extra deck, and if it's not, you need to put it there. So again, expensive card, again, $20 card. Again, I think it's like 15 now. You can go double check, but definitely the biggest W on this list thus far. I will probably be picking up at least a couple of these. I will probably pick up a couple Platinum Secrets just to have them. Again, like I said, big W. I'm so excited for it. The rest of the cards are mostly for later formats. Guaiba's the closest thing to Tengu Plant format. I also think you can play Rescue Rabbit to some extent in hat format, so you could play Guaiba, but it really doesn't have... By hat format, Dino Rabbit is kind of... It's not null and void, and it's not, like, irrelevant, but it kind of is. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense here why they put this card in here, but... You know, if you ever wanted to pick up Dino Rabbit format, the Guaibas are easily accessible now, because I don't think there is a lot of printings of the card in general. At the time, during Rabbit format, Dino Rabbit format, where it was like Dino Rabbit and Zectors, windups, there wasn't many printings of this card. It was like Hidden Arsenal, and I think the Dual Terminal printing of it. I think that was it. So, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever to me, I think, but it's cool. Sure, it's also kind of an interesting one. we're getting Sherd. Are we getting any of the other Necros? It makes me wonder. We have a 200 card set, and right now I'm staring at 30 cards. So this is 3/20ths, basically, right? Yeah, 3/20ths of what we got here. So I have the feeling there's more Necros on the way. I got a good feeling about that. But it's all right. Like, if you want to play Necros, or like you play in that format, where Necros were all the rage, which I think is actually a very strategic format, with that being the tier 0 deck. Cool, but at the same time, like, I don't plan on picking it up, but it's cool. And then we got Engage and Raigeki, which are more gear, or Engage, Raigeki, and then I'll put Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight, which Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight's probably more, like more for collectors maybe, but Raigeki and Engage are like more for competitive modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! And okay, that's cool. I think Raigeki deserves its due. I would really love to see, I don't know if Monster Reborn has gotten a QCR, but like seeing like those older but really powerful cards that are being used right now as QCRs would be cool, like Monster Reborn, maybe even like Dark Hole. That would be pretty cool, I think. I would never pick them up. I don't even want to pick up these in this set. I actually had a few of the ultra rare DB1 Raigeki, or not DB1, the Retro Pack Raigekis, and big fan of them. Was a big fan of them. I was thinking about getting into modern, and I was kind of sad to sell them because I kind of wanted to keep them, but I don't really plan on getting into modern. But the look of Raigeki has just always been so cool to me. I think it's such a cool looking, it's literally just a lightning bolt, but it looks like a cool card. Perhaps I'll get, I know I got to get an ultra for the Retro Pack collection, but perhaps maybe I'll get a little bit more just to hold on to them and stare at them. That's about it for now, though. I think that this is actually, like, again, for Time Wizard players, this is freaking solid. Like, this is super solid. And the thing about this is that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We still got 170 more cards in this set, and I got a really good feeling that each day, so like even Saturday and Sunday, they're still releasing more cards. And then at some point, I would like to think that the people who would typically who are sponsored by Konami to open the product on their stream or on their YouTubes, that's going to be coming out soon too, I would imagine. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what people pull out of their sets and out of their boxes and see what they get. Maybe they won't even be getting that because they just want everyone to experience the fun for themselves. I think it's doing the math. I mean, how many days do we have left if we have to include Friday? We have 14 days left, and 5 cards a piece would be 70 cards. So there's no, like, they can release, like, if they did every single day up to the day of, even including the day of release, they can get 70 cards revealed, which means they can reveal half of the 200 card set. I don't know if that's really going to happen. But you are going to see some more updates on my channel of what's going to be in this set. I really like doing these videos because for people who that play the Time Wizard formats, it's really cool to see that, like, hey, you can get these cards here now, and you can actually pick them up at a little bit of a cheaper price, like Dark End Dragon, for example, or Morphing Jar. But it's also, I love giving my thoughts on this kind of stuff. So with this list in mind and what you see, what do you think? What do you think about it? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it's a little over excessive? And then in addition to that, how do you feel about the Quarter Century Secret rarity? Do you think it's coming? Do you think it's had its time and it's time for it to move on? Do you think that there's a lot of, are you appealed by that rarity, and there's a lot of stuff here that you play in your Time Wizard formats that you enjoy, like you enjoy the QCR rarity? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know what you think below. Like this video, comment with whatever you think about it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.